To prime and set up your art line with a Vamp, you need 5 pieces of equipment. You need obviously your Hep 2-to-1. You need your flush syringe. You need your regular art line tubing, your Baxter pump tubing, and your Vamp Jr. This is how your setup is going to go. So you'll take your regular art line tubing, obviously with gloves on. You're going to go ahead to the top section of this. This tubing hates me. You're going to disconnect the squishy part from the top. You're going to discard that tubing. You're going to take your fluid tubing, your Baxter pump tubing, and hook that up to the top of the transducer. You will then come to the bottom here where your final stopcock is. You're going to disconnect at this juncture. You're going to get rid of that piece. And this is where you're going to attach your Vamp Jr. So it'll hook right on there. Once that part is all set, you will go over here and prime as mostly normal. So just like normal, you're going to open your stopcock here. You're going to pull your pigtail to prime.
And go.
You're going to pull that pigtail and you're going to prime through.
And you'll replace the caps.
Well, I'm going to replace that with a
White cap.
flush syringe. Okay, then you're going to go down here, and to prime, you're going to open this guy up just a little bit here, actually all the way open, and then you're going to hold it at a 45-degree angle. So as you prime through, you'll watch that container, that your waste container, fill with fluid. It's going to fill all the way up and out. And then when you're done, you're going to prime out your fluid container, not into the sink. Okay. And then you're ready to hook up to your patient.
Go.
So to draw blood with your Vamp Jr., you're going to need your collection syringes, and you're going to need your flush syringe hooked up where we normally hook up our flush syringe. And additionally, you will need your needleless shielded connector, or tulip as we call them. So what you will do is you will grab your normal connectors for your blood draw. You will alcohol, obviously, your collection ports, okay? You're going to turn off above the Vamp to the fluid, and then you're going to draw your waste back from your patient into the Vamp. Slow, 1 cc each 10 to 15 seconds. Once you have done your waste, you can turn off to your waste system. You're still open to your patient. You will hook up your tulip with your collection syringe, whichever size you need, and our blood gas syringes do insert in there and sit firmly. You're going to pop that guy in there. Make sure that you attach the syringe before you pop the tulip in so you don't get blood all over. You're going to draw back your sample. You're going to pop that guy right off. Okay. You're going to open back up to your Vamp. Give your waste back. And then open up from here and flush your line as we normally do. Now the only exception to this rule is if you need to draw coags, anything where you don't want your line to be, you want to clear the heparin from the line, in which case this is only a 3 cc reservoir, so we obviously need to waste more than that. So for coags, the only difference is, in addition to your sample syringe, you're still going to do your alcohol, you're going to turn off to your fluids, but instead of using this 3 cc reservoir, you're going to get a 10 cc syringe. You're going to pop that guy on this second collection port back here. You're going to draw back your 10 cc waste from your patient so that we make sure we clear all the heparin from the line. Again, 1 cc every 10 to 15 seconds, which is slower than I'm doing this right now. close off to your waist. Draw your sample from your patient. Remove your sample. Open back up to your waist. Give your waist back from back here because it's still a closed system. Ooh, make sure you hold that down. See, that's an excellent teaching point. Open back up. I did that on purpose, guys. And flush your line from above. That's it.